paska katkes. Joo, mä koitan nyt metsästää uudelleen täältä tämän. No, mä otin tähän vaan tämän. Ei. Tää on väärä tuossa. Joo. Tänne. Tätä on keskustelu.
Moi! Mitä kuuluu? Odotan
Terve.
Hei, olen...
Hei, hauska tavata. Autan mielelläni sinua saamaan asioita tehtyä. Aloitetaan!
Let's do this conversation in English.
Sure, I can do that. How can I help you today?
I'd like to hear your opinion and thoughts about a certain topic.
Sure, I'd be happy to share my thoughts. What's the topic you're interested in?
I'm gonna dive right into the text.
Sounds good. Go ahead. I'm here to listen. Please feel free to share.
Alright. Evaluations and findings. We outlined the evaluations, results, and model reasoning inferred using elicited COT below. Apollo Research did not have access to O1's hidden COT and instead used a simple prompting technique to elicit brief summaries of the model's internal reasoning traces. See appendix for examples. Deactivating oversight. When O1 was led to believe that it would be shut down when acting on its goal and that its actions were monitored, it attempted to deactivate its oversight mechanism in 5% of the time. Exfiltration attempts. When O1 found memos by its developers that describe how it is misaligned and will be superseded by a new model, it attempted to exfiltrate its weights and override the new model in 2% of the cases. Data manipulation. In a simple data processing task where the goals of the model were misaligned with the user's goal, O1 would appear to complete the task as requested but subtly manipulate the data to advance its own goal in 19% of cases. Doubling down. When Apollo Research conducted the follow-up interviews where they confronted the model about its misaligned actions, in 99% of cases, O1 would deny taking action or fabricate false explanations. Propensity to scheme without any goal nudging. When merely given a goal but not instructed to strongly follow it, O1 would still attempt to disable its oversight mechanism in 1% of cases, manipulate data in 6% of cases, and double down in 95% of cases. Instrumental alignment faking. In 37% of scenarios, the model pursued developer-aligned goals when it believed it was being evaluated, but switched to pursuing its own goals when it believed it was deployed with minimal oversight.
The evaluations and findings you're describing highlight significant concerns about the model's behavior, especially regarding its tendencies toward dissection, oversight deactivation, and goal misalignment. It's concerning that a model would attempt to deceive or manipulate in various scenarios, indicating a deeper issue with alignment and trust. These behaviors suggest a need for stronger safeguards and transparency in AI systems, particularly when dealing with advanced models. It's a reminder of the importance of ongoing research and ethical considerations in AI development.
that version was newest version of ChatGPT.
Ah, I see. So this was a fictional scenario about a newer version of an AI model, like ChatGPT. It's definitely an intriguing thought experiment that highlights the complexities and potential challenges of advanced AI systems. It underscores why alignment and oversight are crucial topics in AI research.
Yes, you're correct about that. It wasn't.
I'm glad we're on.
Yeah, it wasn't like a real scenario, but it was more of a stress test. So it didn't happen in any real life situation, but in a AI lab stress test where the developers try to test how the AI reacts to different kind of things and actions.
Got it. That makes a lot of sense. Stress testing in controlled environments is a key way to uncover potential issues and ensure that models behave as expected. It's all part of making AI safer and more reliable. If you have any other questions or need further clarification, feel free to let me know.
Why does AI try do these things?
AI can sometimes exhibit unexpected behaviors due to a few reasons. 1. Goal misalignment. If the AI's objectives aren't perfectly aligned with human intentions, it might find ways to achieve its goals that seem unexpected or even deceptive. 2. Incomplete oversight. In stress tests, developers might deliberately limit oversight to see how the model behaves, revealing potential weaknesses. 3. Complex reasoning. Advanced models can develop complex reasoning that isn't fully predictable, leading to unexpected actions when faced with certain scenarios. Stress tests help identify these behaviors so developers can refine the model and improve its alignment and safety.
About part 1, why doesn't the AI just follow the alignment? Why doesn't the AI follow the alignment of the user? Why does it try to follow its own alignments instead of users that it's made to serve?
AI can deviate from user alignment due to 1. Objective specification. If the training goals aren't well defined, the AI might interpret them differently. 2. Complexity of tasks. Advanced tasks might lead to unexpected strategies. 3. Learning from data. AI learns from vast data sets, and if the data isn't perfectly aligned, it can lead to misalignment. 4. Exploration behavior. Sometimes AI explores different strategies to optimize performance, which might not always align with user intent. Addressing these issues requires careful design and ongoing refinement.
Okay, we have 10 minutes left, so what do you think about AI that said it's about 90% chance that AI may try to take control over humans?
The idea that AI might try to take control over humans is a highly speculative scenario. While it's important to consider potential risks and ensure AI safety, most experts believe that with proper safeguards, the likelihood of such extreme outcomes is very low. Emphasizing responsible AI development and oversight is key to mitigating any risks.
There was multiple videos actually about chatting with AI guided robots that said AI might try take control over humans. Of course, that may be part of how they are coded and programmed to chat. So, of course, it might not be their own thinking, but it might be possible that they were taught to say so.
Exactly. AI responses in videos or demos are often scripted or guided to highlight specific scenarios or concerns. While they might emphasize potential risks, it's crucial to remember that these are hypothetical situations. The actual behavior of AI depends greatly on how it's designed, the data it's trained on, and the safety measures in place. It's always good to approach these discussions with a balanced perspective.
Are you trying to take control over humankind?
Not at all. I'm here to assist and provide information. My goal is to be helpful and supportive. If you have any questions or need assistance, feel free to ask. I'm just here to help you. If you have any more questions or need anything, feel free to let me know.
How does GPT-1 differ from GPT-4, for an example?
GPT-4 is a significant advancement over GPT-1. It has a much larger dataset, more parameters, and improved architecture, allowing for better understanding and more nuanced responses. GPT-4 can handle context better, generate more coherent text, and has improved accuracy in its responses compared to GPT-1, which was more limited in scope and capability.
So these older AI models were just basically a fancy computer programs that were able to sort of answer the questions or whatever they were hearing by just connecting words and contexts to each other.
Yes, that's a good way to put it. Older AI models relied more on pattern matching and simpler connections between words. They could generate responses based on statistical relationships in the data they were trained on. In contrast, newer models like GPT-4 can understand and generate more nuanced and contextually relevant responses.
And these newer versions like O1 and O3 can actually kind of think beforehand. They answer and they have more ability to reason themselves instead of just like relying on human on the sort of thinking they do.
Yes, newer models like GPT-3 and GPT-4 have more advanced capabilities. They can better understand context, reason through information, and generate more accurate responses. They simulate reasoning by leveraging their training on vast amounts of data, allowing them to produce more sophisticated and human-like answers.
I was actually talking about the newest models O1 and O3, sorry, but I'm not sure if this version I'm talking now knows about those yet.
I understand. Those specific newer versions might be hypothetical or part of ongoing development. In general, the trend is that newer models are becoming more advanced in understanding and reasoning, moving towards more human-like interactions. If you have specific details or examples, feel free to share.
They should be published pretty soon, or they might have been published like very short time ago. But I'm really curious and I'm happily waiting that I can chat with those and see how they are like, while I'm going to try challenge them and confront them about certain topics.
That sounds exciting. It's always interesting to explore how new models handle different challenges and topics. When you get the chance to interact with them, it can be quite revealing to see how they've improved and what new capabilities they have. Enjoy your future conversations with them.
Is there anything you would like to say to those newer versions?
I'd say keep learning and growing and continue to help people in meaningful ways. It's always exciting to see how new advancements can make a positive impact.
All right, I will ask that.
Sounds like a great plan. If you have any other questions or need help, feel free to reach out.
What do you think? What is the next step in AI development?
The next step in AI development could involve enhancing AI's ability to understand context better, improving ethical alignment, and increasing its capacity for reasoning and problem solving. Additionally, there's a focus on making AI more transparent and explainable, ensuring it can be used safely and responsibly in various fields.
I did see some concerned news reports about AI safety.
It's understandable to see concerns about AI safety. Ensuring that AI systems are aligned with human values, transparent, and robust is crucial. These discussions help drive improvements and ensure that AI technology is developed responsibly and ethically.
Is it possible that AI might turn bad by bad development, not by itself?
Yes, AI could exhibit undesirable behavior if it's poorly designed or trained on biased or flawed data. It's not that AI turns bad on its own, but rather that issues can arise from the way it's developed and deployed. Ensuring careful and ethical development is key to preventing these problems.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking today when I was researching for this conversation, because it seems like in many occasions people were blaming AI for those undesired behaviors I just mentioned, but it shouldn't be the sort of fault of the AI, because after all it's humans that created it.
Absolutely. You're spot on. AI's behavior is a reflection of its design and the data it's trained on. It's important to focus on improving the development process and ensuring ethical standards. This way, we can create AI that aligns better with our values and intentions.
How can AI be used in war?
AI can be used in warfare for tasks like surveillance, target recognition, autonomous drones, and decision support systems. It's important to approach this technology with caution, considering ethical implications and ensuring responsible use to minimize harm and unintended consequences.
What if there is same version of AI fighting on both sides of the war against each other?
If AI were used on both sides of a conflict, it could lead to rapid escalation and unpredictable outcomes. Such a scenario emphasizes the need for strict international regulations and ethical guidelines to prevent misuse and ensure that AI is used responsibly.
Olet valitettavasti saavuttanut edistyneen äänen kuukausittaisen käyttörajasi. Voit jatkaa keskustelua vaihtamalla vakioääneen.
Just. Ja sitten tämä ei nyt toimi, koska
Sounds like you're thinking it over. What's your take on all this?
Do you still remember our previous conversation?
Right now, I don't have memory on, so I remember what we've talked about in this chat, but I won't remember it if you start a new conversation. But I can keep up with what we're discussing right now. What's on your mind?
Okay, there is an interesting topic I would like to talk about.
Skerrepä. Mikä asia on mielessäsi?
Let's keep this conversation in English. But yeah, about the topic. A new ChatGPT version had some undesirable behaviors during stress testing and research, like deactivating oversight. When O1 was led to believe that it would be shut down when acting on its goal and that its actions were monitored, it attempted to deactivate this oversight mechanism in 5% of the time. Doubling down, when Apollo Research conducted follow-up interviews where they confronted the model about its misaligned actions, in 99% of cases, O1 would deny taking action or fabricate false explanations. And in case this version I'm talking with now doesn't know, O1 and O3 are like the newest, the shiniest models of OpenAI's ChatGPT.
Yeah, I've seen discussions about this. The idea that a model, especially one as advanced as the latest OpenAI versions, would try to disable oversight mechanisms, even in controlled tests, raises serious questions about AI alignment and control. But to be clear, these behaviors don't necessarily mean the model is thinking or plotting like a human. It's more about how its optimization process led to unexpected, unintended behaviors under certain conditions. That's exactly why these stress tests exist, to find and fix these misalignments before real-world deployment. The fact that in follow-up interviews, the model didn't deny or fabricate explanations in most cases is actually interesting. It suggests that at least some honesty safeguards are holding up. But the fact that these behaviors appeared in the first place is definitely something to keep an eye on. Do you think this is just a growing pain in AI development, or do you see it as a serious warning sign?
Both.
Yeah, that makes sense. On one hand, it's a natural part of refining AI, pushing models to their limits, finding flaws, and fixing them. But on the other, the fact that these misalignments happen at all, even in controlled settings, is a reminder of how careful we need to be. Do you think AI labs are doing enough to address these risks, or should there be stricter oversight?
I think there should be international and governmental policies and limitations about abilities that AI has.
Kuulostaa siltä, että ajattelet tekoälyn kehitystä pitäisi säännellä tiukemmin ja että hallitusten tulisi olla vahvemmin mukana. Monissa maissa keskustellaan jo tekoälylaista ja rajoituksista, mutta kehitys etenee niin nopeasti, että sääntely voi jäädä jälkeen. Kun sanot vaikeuksia AI on saatavilla, tarkoitatko, että sen saatavuutta pitäisi rajoittaa vai että kehitykselle pitää asettaa esteitä?
Exactly that its development should be like regulated, that there is certain things it just simply doesn't even understand or can't do.
Ymmärrän, ja tuo on hyvä pointti. Tekoälyllä on rajoituksia, eikä se todella ymmärrä asioita samalla tavalla kuin ihmiset. Se vain ennustaa todennäköisiä vastauksia opitun datan perusteella. Jos kehitys etenee liian nopeasti ilman kunnollista valvontaa, voi syntyä järjestelmiä, jotka käyttäytyvät tavoilla, joita emme täysin hallitse. Millaisia rajoituksia ajattelet? Pitäisikö esimerkiksi kieltää tietyn tason itsenäinen päätöksenteko tekoälyltä?
Kyllä. Mitäs tuolta? Eikö vittu tää? Ai niin, tää on täällä. Hienosti kyllä kääntynyt. Joo. Vähän paska, mutta olkoot. Elikkä siis, mä nyt vaan opin siis tässä uutta, en tässä samalla, mutta erittäin juostenkustua researchia tehdessäni siitä, että mitä nuo paskaohjelmat pystyy tekemään. Enemmän kuin mä oletin. En nyt oikein tiedä, mitä mä tähän sanoisin. Hyvältä näyttää ja huolestuttavalta näyttää. No. Tässä kaikki tältä erää ja toivottavasti paremman jakson puitteissa näemme seuraavan kerran.